Volkswagen Polo in today. Customers bring it in for the 28-point check. A little bit of a story behind the window being left open, but we're not too sure. We've got a little bit of a ding just on the side there. Yep, you can see that one there. Other than that, it looks okay. So we quickly go all the way around. Okay, lovely, and the roof looks all good. Lovely. So if you'd like to show me obviously what you found so far.
Oh, I've taken the mat up.
Yep.
Here, look. Can you see that? It's a bit dark there.
I'll get you, yep.
And this is raised up. But I don't know whether it's meant to be like that. I think it's here.
Yep.
It's there. When I lift the mat up, I can feel
a little bit of moisture.
A little bit of moisture.
I'll get you.
It's not, but I don't think I can feel it now. You know when you're just slowly going mad?
Yeah.
But I believe it's a bit.
I'll get you.
There.
So on that side there.
I don't think anywhere else.
It feels dry under there, doesn't it? What we'll do is we'll pop up that trim, and we'll pop that up, and we'll obviously put our hand under.
Having felt along that trim, it feels like this is sticking out a bit.
Yeah, they're normally flat. Yeah, that's okay. Right. Have you noticed any water, obviously, in the back footwells?
No.
Anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Yep.
But I haven't. Look, that's the. You see how that's faded away? There?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I'll get you.
But you can.
So it's only that spot there?
Well, this is where I spilled. I left the window open.
Ah, right, I'll get you.
But I think we had that hot summer last summer, and we literally left everything up. We dried it as much as we could.
I'll get you.
That spill was here, and that's a bit of. No, and I think that's
all right.
I think
that's fine. So it's just that side there. Well, what we'll do is we'll obviously pop up all the carpets and have a check underneath, just to make sure there's no moisture.
Yeah, that's
because of the condensation.
Yeah.
Obviously, I take it you've noticed no water in the boot or anything like that at all?
Yeah.
No? And nothing in the front driver's side?
No.
Lovely. So that's okay. And then what I do is I just get that there. So we've got obviously slight moisture on the inside.
Well,
so that's no problem.
I'm constantly just driving it and keeping it.
I'll get you. That's all right. Okay, today we have a Volkswagen Polo in, a new shape, 2018. I'm just going to show you what we've found so far. So we've done our 28-point checks. With the only thing I have found to correspond with the evidence is this door. So the passenger door, obviously we've got the hose down the back of it simulating this out in the rain. We do know that these have a common fault with the speaker seals, but we can see here that there's a run of water here. So if I give that a bit of a tap. It's very minor, but it's this run here. So what it's doing is it's coming down here, and then when it then drips off, what it then does is it then drops onto the top of this rubber. Once it gets on the top of the rubber, it then will dive into the car. And the result of that, if we just lift up this front underlay, so this is foam, so if we give that a squeeze, we can see how wet that is there. So we've got wet underlay up the bulkhead, as well as the underlay, obviously underneath the carpet, is wet as well. Wet to touch. Okay, so that's obviously why we're getting condensation on the inside of the windows. And there we go, so you can see that drip a little bit better now. So it's only a small one, but obviously after time, what it will do is it slowly fill up the car. So there we go, so we found a leak on that one there. Lovely. Okay, quick video on the Volkswagen Polo. So we've now removed the door cards. We can see on the passenger one, this was the one that was actually leaking. And if I shine a torch there, we can see that the run mark is actually coming out of the bottom of the speaker. So as we did think, these have got a common fault with these speakers. So there we go. The problem is these rivets ain't normal rivets, they're soft rivets. The reason being is because when you do rivet them back in, it doesn't snap the surround on the speaker. So obviously we would need to remove the speaker on this side here, seal it, and then re-rivet it. Also, this little cubby hole here is the door membrane. And as you can see, just at the bottom there, we've got a little dribble of water. So there's signs that obviously that's coming past as well. So we would obviously recommend taking that off and putting some of our sealant around there, as well as obviously all the holes the clips go in. So obviously it creates a nice seal. So that would be the passenger one, which was causing us the problem, which links up with the evidence. On the back one, passenger rear, we've removed this one as well. Once again, if we look very closely, it doesn't look like the speakers are leaking on these ones, but obviously they're all the same age. But if we look at this plate here, if we can just see that little tiny bit of water just surfacing here, so there's signs to say that obviously the water's actually getting through. So once again, we would probably advise resealing that one, doing all of the bits where the clips are, and then putting that one back together. The problem is, obviously, because one speaker's leaking, I probably would recommend doing all four. The reason being, if we come over to the driver's side, once again, we can't see any leak out the bottom of the speaker, but we can see that on the cubby hole, once again, we've got water just starting to seep through. So it would have been a very slow leak. That's why we didn't pick it up on the test, but obviously that will just obviously fill up the car, even though we haven't got any wet footwells in the driver's side as of yet. And on the driver's front as well, same again. Whereabouts is it? So we've got the speaker. We can't see any leakage around the speaker as of yet. But once again, obviously, if 3 of them are leaking, it might be worth doing this one as well. So you can't really see it, but if I put my torch here and just give that a push, we can just see a tiny bit of water just underneath that. So it's not major, so it looks like we've caught the other ones just in time. The only thing is obviously we may have to change the estimate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put another estimate together. So what we can do is we can do all 4 for you and then build them all back up. And then there we go. That's all sorted. And we will have to order in them rivets because they're special rivets for the speakers as well.
Okay, so here it is, all done. We was waiting for some special rivets for this one, for the speakers. It's all done now. We've given it a quick clean, as you can see. No water inside the vehicle at all. Nice and dry. So this is now all done. It's going to go out for the real world test now. So we've done the door membranes behind the door cards. We've done the door speakers as well, because they're common on Volkswagens. They break and then they go, let water in. We've also done the rear air vents, and we resealed the rear lights while we were there. It's all done now.